New York MC Joey Badass has opened up a Pandora's box on the West Coast that his badass can no longer close, as he stays 10 toes down representing the entire state of New York with his finals record, raising his bar with more direct jabs and punchlines that took more of a direct shot at Vaughn.
Kinda top dog is you more shit shoe. You known for your label, not because you're artificial. I ain't gotta talk about I broke you artificial, cause when I send shots at you, it be hard to miss you.
Like Kendrick did with hip-hop's sweetest entertainer for all the Chihuahuas, Drizzle Pie. And speaking of Chihuahuas, Joey makes it clear again that he only looks at Vaughn and other West Coast artists he's battling as little dogs.
You sick dog looking for beef with a seasoned vet. I euthanize sick pups, nigga. You gon' see about time top. Let your ass off for the leash. 5 years at your biggest moment for me. Should've been signed to me. Tell top we about to start TD East. Damn.
It's safe to say that Joey has really stepped up his pen game with finals, but unfortunately, Joey made one costly mistake in his finals record, and that one mistake is only one word. That word is reason. Because the finals record gave the rapper Reason a reason to step in the hip-hop battle with the West Coast against Joey Badass. With the Carson MC responding to Joey's half-line jab at Reason.
I charge her for top dollar, you the next nigga getting dropped off a top roster, and I'ma be the reason. Okay, bet.
Wait a damn minute. Wait a damn.
With Reason's own record, Dead Apple.
Dear Joey, ain't expect my name to be spoken. I can truly say that it's broken.
Pulling a Uno reverse card on Joey by not only dissing Mr. Badass, but by calling out the entire East Coast, more specifically the state of New York, and their jealousy for over the last 3 decades, anytime the West Coast hip-hop scene is dominating in these hip-hop streets.
I get it's just a bar, but when I sit down and focus, it's a coast jealousy that you niggas thought we ain't noticed.
Instead of having more New York MCs prepared to defend the state of New York alongside Joey.
Y'all used to be the Mecca, you niggas was really goated. We heard your techniques and applied it while y'all was gloating.
Just like Reason said on the Dead Apple, this ain't the New York I know.
This ain't the New York I know. This ain't the New York I know.
Reason also knows how to be calculated, as he perfectly adds audio clips of East Coast rappers like Mace from Harlem World and the iconic Jadakiss, using their audio clips as intros before 2 verses on Dead Apple.
Not your little niggas. Like, the way you talking, I don't get what you mean.
I'm glad you did it after you already suffered defeat. New York, the real New York. I'm outside. I don't live in Miami. I don't live in Colorado. Come to my block and see me, my nigga.
Using legendary New York rappers to call out Joey a much more respectful and strategic way, unlike hip-hop's sweetest lover cake, Drizzle Cake, when Mr. Cakes decided to use AI Tupac and Snoop Dogg voices to call out Kendrick.
Call him a bitch for me. Talk about him liking young girls, that's a gift for me. They told me the spirit of Machiavelli is alive.
Reason also adds more salt to the East Coast wounds by dropping a record that is heavily influenced by the New York hip-hop sound, with my favorite sample on the 3rd verse, where Reason is jacking the beat of Ja Rule's iconic record, New York.
I got 100 guns, 100 clips, nigga, I'm from New York.
I'm tempted, the block keep on calling, I'm probably gonna spin it, my nigga.
Featuring one of the greatest rappers from New York, Jadakiss,
Got 100 guns, 100 clips, nigga, I'm from New York.
and a guy named Fat Joe.
I got 100 guns, 100 clips.
And a big shout out to Joe Budden from the Joe Budden podcast for being credited as the best New York rapper who is now retired on his podcast.
Niggas all bad, the best rapper in New York on a podcast. I button up this shirt and give out jaw taps. You call that? I bring it right to way.
When Mr. Budden is not from the state of New York, but from the state of New Jersey.
Work that, hurt that, murk that. See, you gotta hurt back. Yo, we am responsible for bringing dirt back.
Before I continue, shout out to Az Chike for also stepping in the West Coast battle, having his own shots thrown at Mr. Badass on his What x2 response record.
Hey, keep the coast out your mouth. We ain't unique as you think in this house. If it's 6'6" or 666 going south, I don't wanna take this route. Only been 7 months and niggas pennies in a bunch. You gon' respect the duck worth once I'm done with this hunt.
With Reason protecting the West Coast by dropping this fire response dissing the entire East Coast, that sounds more New York than a fresh chopped cheese from the Blue Sky Deli in Harlem.
Y'all used to have this texture of struggle and really roughing it. Hit a bumpy road, slick fell off, now you on sucker shit. This ain't the New York I know. This ain't the New York I know.
Is pure hip hop. And for Joey Badass moving forward, more responses like this from the West Coast, for him, will be a problem. Joey proved on the finals record that he's ready to stand alone to protect the East Coast, but he also proved that he's repeating the same mistakes by throwing more unprovoked shots at other West Coast rappers who he never needed to call out, like Reason, who if never was brought up in the finals record, would have never released Dead Apple in the first place. Finals will go down as one of Joey's best diss records in this entire battle, but it won't be enough to claim a victory for New York hip-hop, in my honest opinion. Here is why Joey Badass's finals record ultimately lost him the victory in his hip-hop battle against the West Coast, highlighting the impact of Ray Vaughn's Hoe Era record. I really respect Joey Badass for being more direct with Ray Vaughn on his finals record, but the only time Joey is really direct with Mr. Vaughn on the song is when he downplays Ray Vaughn's impact in hip-hop, comparing Ray Vaughn's impact in the genre to Joey's impact on a financial level and a music sales level.
You ain't no Ray Liotta how much you made, man. I wouldn't talk about your pocket. You need an optician just to see Ray-Bans.
And while Joey did a great job with these type of bars,
Bet your coffee for your CEO. By the numbers, clearly I could see he old.
Joey honestly didn't fire back at Ray Vaughn's attacks on Hoe Era that were more personal attacks against Joey that hit closer to home. Joey isn't afraid to bring up what Ray Vaughn said, but also isn't prepared to throw more personal jabs back at Ray Vaughn. Like Ray Vaughn's disrespectful lines towards Joey's baby mama, more respectfully, his fiancée.
Stupid ass nigga, I could tell he never been in drama. Who and nobody, I was writing for your baby mama. Get active, stop acting.
And for Joey to come back and say he's used to putting a ring on it, like with his engagement.
Want me to engage, so you mention my fiance. Clearly I ain't scared to get in the ring.
And also putting a ring on it in the boxing ring, like Mr. Davis.
I mean, even Javante had to fight a couple bums just to be king. Fuck around, leave me no choice to slay.
It's great to acknowledge that Ray Vaughn did this, but for Joey to not really come back harder or more vicious, especially with Ray Vaughn bringing up your fiance, for me, it just seems like it's more of an acknowledgement of Ray Vaughn's diss record that really makes me want to go back to Hoe Era, mentioning how Ray Vaughn brings up his fiance, but not necessarily defending his fiance or protecting her name. I honestly expected a little bit more from Joey Badass. And what about those disrespectful lines when it came to CJ, a Pro Era member alongside Joey Badass and the never forgotten Capital Steez?
CJ like 40 and he on drugs, clickbaiting for the honeycomb, get your own bud. I put the whole Pro Era on a pro club.
Where was the full acknowledgement and disrespect back to Ray Vaughn, where in my opinion, Joey had the ultimate opportunity to get real disrespectful with Ray Vaughn? And not to mention, CJ is the only other rapper from the East Coast that is actually going in to defend Joey on wax. Where's everybody else at? It still feels like Joey is bringing in that energy that this is light work for him. He doesn't really need to go in on Ray Vaughn or Reason. And the reason for that is he really wants to go against Kendrick Lamar, who is not responding to him for over a decade. Joey should really be taking this more seriously, in my honest opinion. Yes, it's very respectable for him to be the only New York rapper that's really going up against an entire West Coast, but to make a diss track specifically aimed at the rapper that you consider light work, where he clearly can give you a run for your money with his response records, really isn't the best approach to try to play no face and not give your ultimate lyrical ability when dissing these lightweight rappers. More direct shots at Kendrick Lamar. Joey Badass has definitely revived his hip-hop career in the best way since the beginning of 2025, where Joey went on the attack towards the West Coast, which in the beginning was really Joey's way to try to get acknowledgement from the king of hip-hop, Kendrick Lamar, in my honest opinion. since his Illuminati Part 2 song in 2013.
No names putting you in the verse, that's too far, you're mundane. My set told me light you up, so this that propane. No escaping, you in the swimming pool of champagne.
First you get a swimming pool full of liquor, then you dive in it.
You set yourself up for that one, man. The king in New York, ha, we ain't just gonna let that one hang.
Okay.
But in all honesty, even the Illuminati Part 2 song is unwarranted, because Kendrick Lamar never mentioned Joey Badass as one of the rappers he was coming for on his Control verse.
But this is hip hop, and them niggas should know what time it is. And that goes for Jamaica, Big Crit Wale, Pusha T, Meek Mills, A$AP Rocky, Drake, Big Sean, J Electron, Tyler McMillan. I got love for you all, but I'm trying to murder you niggas.
That clearly got Joey sensitive and in his pajama clothes, just like Drizzle Marie.
Yeah, and nothing been the same since they dropped Control and tucked the sense of the rapper back in his pajama clothes.
Ha ha, joke's on you, Drizzle Cake. And joke's on you, Joey.
High five. I'm bulletproof. Your shots will never penetrate.
But seriously, it seems more that Joey has always felt a way that Kendrick Lamar has never shown him the respect that Joey clearly feels that he deserves as a hip-hop artist. So on his finals record, Joey decided to direct more shots specifically at K-Dot, trying to pass over Ray Vaughn at the end of the song.
Been a beast with these flow acts that Illuminati Part 2, yeah, that was my last shot.
Letting Kendrick know that if he wants competition, Joey will be right here waiting.
I salute you, Kenny, but I know you well aware. Looking for some competition, then just know that I'll be right here.
Waiting for you. Wherever you go, I'll be right here waiting for whatever it takes.
Which is really funny to me because if Kendrick Lamar has yet to acknowledge Joey for over a decade, ever since Joey released Illuminati Part 2 in 2013, Joey would be, in my honest opinion, a hypocrite for saying there's too many West Coast hip-hop artists doing too much West Coast dick licking on Kendrick.
The way you let that dick sit in your mouth, same dick licking I was talking about.
When Mr. Badass ironically has Kendrick and the West Coast on his mind like sisters with voices.
That shit is crazy. I really don't like that guy.
The shots at Kendrick Lamar throughout this entire battle have been very unwarranted from Joey, and honestly leaves everybody confused in the public when we're watching this battle play out. Where is Joey's real intentions here? Is it to attack the entire West Coast? Or is it to get the response from Kendrick, maybe Jermaine Cole, where he's been feeling left out of a big 3, big 5, even top 10 conversation from the same hip-hop generation? The finals record from Joey Badass, it's an amazing record, and I really think it will stand the test of time when you compare Joey to other New York MCs to revive the New York hip-hop scene on a mainstream level, outside of their current king of New York, Ice Spice.
Think you the shit, bitch? You not even the fault. Nah, I be going hard. Bitches be thick, but I'm thicker.
I'ma chill. But with Joey Badass deciding to still take more shots at Kendrick Lamar at the end of the finals diss record that's intended for Ray Vaughn is not the type of response that you want to have where you're delivering bars in a very strong response, but only giving your light work towards Ray Vaughn, who still, in my opinion, had a better track with Hoe Era when we're talking about direct jabs and aiming for the head. And yes, you can pause if necessary.
Pause.
And if Joey really wanted to win the West Coast battle, he would have been more direct at focusing on Ray Vaughn, treating him like an actual competitor that he really is against Joey. And if Joey really wants to take it there with Kendrick, don't offer your hand out to him and say if he wants competition, you'll be here waiting. Make a diss track specifically directing at Kendrick Lamar. But again, if he's not acknowledging you for over 10 plus years, it might be best to focus on other rappers who you may not deem as comparable to you, but will help you overall build up your hip hop legacy that you're trying to get the public to recognize, like Sam Snead.
Cause I'm on an uprise, so I think you better recognize. And it's the man with the master plan, and you better recognize.
But But if Joey responds with another track in the next couple of days, then obviously we might be having a different story. But for now, if this is Joey's last response to the West Coast, this finals record is not enough for Joey Badass to claim the victory as the best rapper, not only from the East Coast, or defeating the entire region of the West Coast. In my honest opinion. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and let me know what your thoughts are on your favorite record in this entire battle, whether it's Joey Badass, Vaughn, Reason, which one is your favorite? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and until next time, go be amazing and have an amazing rest of your day.